hit that like, share the show, etc., etc., etc. This is on the other side of things, and I'm going to apologize out of the gate because the faces in this next clip are shocking, to say the very least. I think Facebook is up now. Is it okay, Andrea and everybody? I think so, but it looks like it is on my end, but I want to make sure. It looks like I see Facebook people in there, so we should be all right. There goes one. Say hi, Becky. There you are. So hopefully we're okay. Icky bathroom banter. You want to see some icky bathroom banter? I shouldn't have said that. Here it comes. Eric Bolling, the man who injects marzipan into his face, and the queen of Karens, ladies and gentlemen, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Mark Levin apparently insulted her. I don't know if they play the clip. I'll try and dig it up if it matters to what the conversation is. But this is MTG responds to Mark Levin's insults on Fox News. I feel like we should just all enjoy this.
Yeah. I really appreciate this opportunity. You know, Mark has never called me and talked to me in person or spoken to me about this, but when he goes on Fox News, the network where...
Also, why are you dialing into Eric Bolling's show from a subway toilet in Times Square?
He hosts his show and calls me crazy and refers to Marjorie Taylor Greene and her ilk. Well, he's insulting my entire district. He's also insulting...
Are you getting a mugshot right now?
The tens, hundreds...
No, she's just on the shitter? Is that what everybody thinks it is? Okay.
Of millions of Americans that voted in 2024 to end foreign wars and end foreign aid because we're absolutely sick of it.
End foreign aid.
And we're $37 trillion in debt. And Americans...
Yeah, Trump's responsible for a third of that. Maybe don't reelect the dude who increased the debt by a third, who's now going to add another $5 trillion on top of that, fucko. Maybe you're the fucking problem. Do you ever think about that? Do you ever have that come to Jesus moment where you're like, holy shit, things have gotten worse since I showed up?
On both sides of the aisle are frankly sick and tired.
You are in the federal government, for the record. You do realize that, right? Your office is in Washington, D.C.
Of their hard-earned tax dollars going to murder people in foreign countries, going to pay the industrial defense complex, massive contract.
The industrial defense complex. Is that a building in D.C.? Also, murder people in foreign wars? You can't murder your attacker. That's self-defense. Just saying.
So that their products, their weapon systems can be sold to foreign countries to murder people. That's not what America...
Murder people. Now, by the way, she is not talking about Israel and Gaza. I'd like to clarify, just in case, don't get it twisted. If you think this is like, Hamas Abi and his like being a peacenik and interviewing fucking terrorists and going, we totally get you, bro. Sorry, no. You don't get to call yourself anti-war unless you're against all of it. And you certainly can't be for the aggressor or defending them as the poor Russians are being murdered. This bitch does not give a fuck about Gazans or Israelis for that matter. She's talking about Russia, Ukraine.
So when Mark Levin talks about my ilk, he is insulting, I would say, most Americans in this country, Eric.
No, he isn't. No, you believe me. Your ilk is a very narrow. I think it should be more to the point. Just call it your ick.
And he's insulting big time people that are under the age of 40 because.
What? People under the age of... She's not under the age of 40, is she? Hold on. Sorry. No. She's 51. What the fuck?
It's the younger generations. It's my children's generation, 22, 25, and 27, my kids. That's their ages. And those younger generations don't have a future in America because of Mark Levin And the people like him and their policies that have.
Oh, you mean Republican? Sorry, you was talking about ilk and all that kind of stuff. I forgot you were talking directly about Republicans and the people who get them elected. Your party
destroyed our country for decades now.
Yes, as a Democrat, I agree with you, dipshit. I gotta say though, you know how like we talked to Joe Walsh this morning, and it's nice that he's joined the Democratic Party and he can still, I believe in a diversity of ideas and thoughts and that kind of stuff. So if he's a Democrat and he wants to vote for Democratic ideals and try to drive the conversation in a way that is healthy and the way he thinks, that's fine. But I don't want you joining us, and I think independents would even say, ugh.
$37 trillion in debt. Inflation is so high. Groceries are expensive. Bills are expensive. People can't afford rent.
Sorry, are these new sentences to you? Is she kind of coming around to the rent is too damn high? Groceries are too expensive? Excuse me. You have Trump's on speed dial and he knows your personal number. Call him the fuck up, because according to him, everything is cheap now. You ungrateful wench.
Credit card debt is at an all-time high. And young people today cannot ever even dream of buying a house. That's the America that Mark Levin has.
What? Fuck you and policing people's dreams. Secondly, they always say that. Bills are expensive. I agree. They are technically an expense. I don't know if you guys know that.
Has fought for. That's the America that Mark Levin loves. And Mark Levin, let's be really honest, is Israel first. He's not America first.
Israel first? I can understand you not wanting to help Israel or whatever, but it's not like we're like taking weapons off the table that we're using right now to defend ourselves to give to Israel or something, right? The idea that even Ukraine first that's happening is fucking stupid. When this is just part of our military budget. If you don't want to give arms to other countries and waste taxpayer dollar or spend it another way, then don't vote for raising the fucking military budget every goddamn time. We might get the Triple Crown if she trots to our side, Wes. Right. Marge, how many terms have you done so far? 2. All right, that's good.
If it were up to Mark Levin, America would fight every single war that the secular government of nuclear-armed Israel wanted to drag America into, because
the secular government. Wow. So it's not even like Zionist Israeli Jews. So Israel is now to her an atheist country. Motherfucker.
That's what's been happening for a long time. And if anyone's paying attention, and I would say Fox News better start paying attention, but their problem is most of the people that watch Fox News are very much up in age, the baby boomer generation, who I love. Those are my parents, but that's their biggest audience.
But they gotta go, right? Go after that youth vote there. Fuck the old white guys running everything. You talking the talk, you're never gonna walk the walk, ma'am.
That's not the future of America. And I know that's hard and tough talk, but
yeah, no, sorry. Young people in general are always the future. I'm just saying, because old people tend to, what's the word I'm looking for? Die, I think is the phrase.
The future of America is my children's generation, Eric, and they don't have a future right now.
Wait a minute. So I don't want to quote you out of context, Marge, but do you believe the children are our future? Teach them well and let them lead the way.
As we have
next to that's what friends are for.
Mark Levin, the neocons, and the establishment in Washington, D.C., pushing as hard as possible.
You forgot Uniparty.
Well, to shove it
and deep state
into more foreign wars. And they would love to see it explode all over the world. And when I say America first, Eric, I absolutely mean it. And I could care less what Mark Levin or anybody else has to say, because guess what? Mark Levin doesn't.
Anybody else, even your voters, apparently, who 60% supporting Ukraine, even if they voted for you in your ultra red district? Weird.
Live in my district and didn't vote for me. When I say America first, I'm talking about the Georgia businesses in my district. I'm talking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. The Georgia businesses. You mean like the electric car battery factory that opened in your district thanks to the funding that was guaranteed, the loan guarantees created by the Biden administration for renewable energy stuff that are the only new jobs in your whole fucking district since you became a congressperson?
Talking about the families that live in my district. I'm talking
who work at the EV battery factory
about every age person, whether right or left, that lives in
that works in the EV battery factory
my district and needs for Washington, D.C. for once to finally care about this country and Americans' needs. And that hasn't been happening for a long time. So,
hey, asshole, your party wants to cut welfare and all social programs for Americans. Fuck like that, whatever, $12 billion in foreign aid they got rid of. They're cutting $500 billion from America's needs. Emergency funds. What the fuck are you talking about? We got to save all this money we're sending overseas so we can protect our people from what? Trans people and women? Women are going to go around aborting full-grown people next.
I will not apologize. I am completely unapologetic for being American.
Well, I guess I think those probably go hand in hand, if I'm not mistaken.
America first. And I'm actually getting to the point where I'm America only because...
Unless you're an American and you're sick or you're poor, you lost your house because of an economic downturn that was out of your control, or if you had a child born with a disability, so you're on the edge of bankruptcy all the fucking time as you try to take care of that child, or somebody in your family ended up paralyzed and they don't have fucking the kind of money that like Christopher Reeve's supporters send him and that kind of stuff. That, you know, kind of fuck them. They're Americans, but I mean, are they complete Americans? They do have disabilities after all, right, Marge? Fuck off. Where's the school funding? Where's the school lunch program? Why would you ever look? The idea that somebody's America first and that they would not want to supply lunch for children for free in a place they legally have to be for at least 7 hours. Fuck off with this America First nonsense. It's so fucking infuriating. It's so stupid.
That's the only thing that should matter. And my job title, Eric, I'll say this one last thing. It's representative in the United States House.
Yes. You are representative of the failure of our education system and why funding needs to be improved, especially in small, deeply red districts.
Of representatives. My job is to only represent United States citizens and to represent Georgia's 14th district. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So I don't care what Mark Levin has to say. All he does is screech and yell at people on his stupid, pathetic show that hardly anyone ever watches.
Stupid and pathetic.
And frankly, this country is really sick and tired of his type.
Are we?
I have to put this out there. I was at Fox for 12 years. No, don't begrudge anything of that. Brett Baer is a good guy. I've liked Brett for a long time, but there's a little technique.
Yeah, you guys go to the same dermatologist filler person.
In television. You produce shows along. I've been doing this for 20 years.
Mark Levin taking the low road. I think he means by bringing up Marjorie Taylor Greene at all.
As you produce shows, you know how to handle things. What he did was they took your comment from this show. It was word for word from this show, and they put it up on a screen because they didn't want
that. Oh, that's terrible. When they take your own words and use them against you.
Have you on this network. They didn't want to give Real America's Voice the airtime to say that we're creating content that people are listening to. A lot of.
Oh, they didn't play the clip and you didn't get to make money off it. They just played a still of it.
People who were probably watching last night disagreed with Mark Levin, even on Fox News.
Never. That doesn't happen.
Probably agreed with you, and they wouldn't give them the opportunity to know where that came from. It's just a cheap little shot. Getting back to what Mark Levin said, my problem with what Mark said was, I like him. He's a decent guy. He's a smart guy. But for him to say that you're wrong for wanting to pull out of any sort of support for Israel, Ukraine, and anywhere else in the damn world we're supporting foreign wars. That's somehow not MAGA anymore. You are, my dear, representing what the real true north of MAGA is.
Yes, that's absolutely. Yes, ahistorical, violently pathetic, revisionist, borderline, certainly bigoted, borderline racist, and again, willfully ignorant. So MAGA through and through.
And it really elected you and Donald Trump for.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And
Then why did he lose your number?
I've been on the ground all over this country, and this country is desperately begging for Washington, D.C. to stop sending their money in foreign aid to foreign.
Or, you only talk about, I guess you only discuss. Let's see what this. I'm trying to find this clip at Mark Levin where he's actually talking about her. Do we know which one? Because I don't know which one they're referring to, per se. When does this guy? Hold on. This is brand new. And he may have done it on his. What is this?
But yet we have Mark Levin over there pissed off on his radio show, and he's saying, "I hate the word ceasefire." Like that is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
And that's not who we are. That is not our movement. That is not America First. That is not MAGA. As a matter of fact, he took off the costume temporarily because he couldn't take it anymore. It was stifling. It was hot. He was sweaty. You can see the whole thing.
Okay, so that's what this is about. She's like clamoring and sucking up to Tucker, who has literally marching orders from Russia. I just Trump and introducing amendments 3 weeks ago. No. Yeah, I don't see. Well, maybe it's not posted on YouTube. I've been looking at it this whole time. There's one like a month ago. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was on his radio show.
Conflict,
which is weird because why would Eric Bolling? I guess he'd still have to play the audio.
To foreign wars, and of course we support Israel and we wish them well. But the reality is, and this needs to be said loud for everyone to hear, that is a secular government of Israel. They are a nuclear-armed nation. They have proven
Wait, does she think secular and nuclear mean the same thing?
to the entire world that they are
They're by the way, they're supposed to be secular. We're a secular government.
more than capable of not only defending themselves.
I think she thinks secular means that nuclear armed or something. For real.
But practically wiping out their enemies, because that's what they're doing in Gaza. They are completely wiping it out. And I've used the term genocide, and I think that's the right term to use. And so Israel is an incredible country. Let me tell you the other great things in Israel. They have state-funded healthcare. State-funded healthcare. They also...
Who the fuck? Wait a minute. All right, hold on. Fucking, did Kyle Kalinske buy a fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene outfit and sneak on to Eric Boller's show? What the fuck? Holy shit, right? Now, granted, like, yeah, what a commie is right. Because she's not going to follow through on any of this shit. She's, seriously. She sounds like she's to the fucking left of me. And she's not.
Have a very big abortion policy. So if you're a Christian in America, Israel is state-funded and they provide abortions to women.
Oh, I see. Sorry, she was ramping up to being negative. We all assumed that she was complimenting them for having state health care. She was saying, this proves they're a bunch of fucking commies. I see. Okay. I was like, all right, it suddenly makes sense. Up
to 6 months and even thereafter if it gets approved by a committee. So Christians...
Yeah, doctors, because the baby's not viable and it'll kill the woman. That's the timing. That's when they're allowed to do it.
You need to understand what you're supporting when you blindly support this country. They also have state-funded college.
If I may.
Oh my God! What? All right. Look, this whole abortion in the 10th month thing, I'm all for, but state-funded college. All right, enough already. I seriously thought she was meaning these things like Israel's got all this stuff going for it, right? Nope.
If I may.
If I may, what the fuck are you talking about? My God.